Yeah, I was just thinking about this, just the thought popped into my head, and I thought I should say something before it disappears and I forget about it, right? Just the thought that, I don't know, I've had such a hard time trying to explain myself, when I try to explain what I feel like is wrong with. I feel like there's something very wrong with, getting a job nowadays, right? It's empty and pointless. And there's an aspect to it that I've never mentioned before, and it's this. It's that I feel like everything lacks purpose and meaning, and all the jobs that exist nowadays that are the type of jobs that I would do that would fill my life with purpose and meaning, that would make me feel like a useful member of society, cease to exist because all of those jobs have been taken over by enemies to the people, enemies to our country. Yeah, all of the important jobs, all of the, well, that's kind of how I feel. Yeah, that is how I feel. I feel like, I don't know, like, for instance, if you go sign up to be in the military, then you're working for enemies of the United States. If you sign up to be a cop, then you're signing up to be an enemy of your town and your city and of the people under your jurisdiction. If you sign up to be a judge, you're signing up to take orders, to fall under the jurisdiction of people above you who are enemy to our country. If you sign up to be, basically in any sort of position of authority or influence in this country, then you're falling under the authority of people who have committed treason and betrayed our country, and you yourself become an enemy of your own country instead of a patriot. I always grew up believing, in America, 4th of July was my favorite holiday. I always wanted to join the military. My whole life. That's all I wanted. I used to grow up, I'd watch all the war movies and write fucking letters to the troops, Well, they had us do that in school, but I really believed in it, I used to say I used to have a flag hanging up in my bedroom, and I would do the Pledge of Allegiance by my fucking self in the bedroom. I would walk around. You could see me walking around by myself out in a field somewhere, singing, I don't know, it's been a long time, right? But I had all these, songs memorized and stuff, like from the Revolutionary War and all this kind of shit. I don't know. I forget them right now because, dude, it's been so fucking long since I sang those songs. But if they started playing, though, I would remember them, I don't know, like the song from the Revolutionary War and shit about, but like the real version, not the short version, about how, our flag's still standing there in this fort and all this kind of shit, right? And I don't know, and then a bunch of them, like America the Beautiful, and, on and on. I had like dozens of these songs memorized. I'd have to look them up now because it's been so long since I've thought about them or sung them or heard them for that matter. And that whole Lee Greenwood song would be stuck in my head all the time. No more in the dark for all my life. And gotta be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, gave that life to me, and I proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Dude, my freaking... my nickname in grade school was G.I. Joel, man. Because I was always like playing war and you know, I always wanted to play war. It's my favorite game. You know, we'd capture the flag and we'd run around. I mean, I grew up out in the country. We had lots of woods around, you know, so we'd run out in the woods. I'd always be the kid. A lot of the time, I don't know, motherfuckers don't seem to learn. A lot of the time, like, sad to say, even though, you know, I think back of being friends with, you know, some of the guys that were some of the most popular, but a lot of the times I would get picked and end up getting put on the team with all the nerds and the guys that didn't, you know, the people that didn't, but our team would win, right? Overall, I mean, the rest of them wouldn't, but I mean, yeah, I mean, like, because the other team would be like all the, you know, they'd get all the, or maybe they just knew that I was that good. I don't know. I don't know. Because they get like all the best on one team or whatever, and they'd put me with the ones that were like, you know, completely shitty and stuff, you know. And then in like seconds, they'd come and they'd go out playing war, it'd be like, you'd bang, 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 and I'd be like, oh no, they got me, or whatever, everyone else that was on the team. They're like, where is he? Where is he? I'd be like popping out from under a pile of leaves, or like dropping down out of a tree behind their back, like, got your ass! Right? Popping out of the bushes, bang, 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 right? We win! Yeah, like that fucking, what the fuck was that guy called in, I don't know. What was that in Cobra Kai or whatever? Remember that shit where they had like capture the flag sort of a thing? No, not that scene. Where they like take the bandanas or something. What the fuck did that guy call him? The older dude? What the hell did he call himself? You know, the like fat older guy that showed up and joined the class and everything? And then they set up like Cobra Kai and like red team and black team or whatever. And then black team or red team or whatever thinks they've won. And then he's just like under a pile of leaves and pops up behind him and was like, yeah, got him. Yeah. Like, I don't know. God dang, I've lost my train of thought here. It's derailed. Yeah, it's just like, well, you know, alcohol is bad. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that sucks. It's like, I want to do, yeah. That's one of the problems, like, that I have with, you know, getting a job or something. It's like, I feel like I want to do something good. But at the same time, when I look around me in the environment in this world feels like it's so evil that literally everything that appears to be good is actually evil. So the only things that are out there that are ways to do good, none of them get you paid, right? Like there's no job that pays you to do good things. You only get paid for being a scumbag or for doing evil or for, helping evil or basically, or for, preventing good from happening. Like if you can pretend to be good without actually being good, then that's helpful because it helps to prevent the real good from actually helping, so that it prevents the help from actually happening, so then you get paid. Right? Like that's how this world seems to be. Right? That's how this world seems to me, yes. Seems to be so screwed up that there's like, I don't know. Like I started looking into conspiracy theories and I started to see like how much evil there was in the world, and I was so certain that there's got to be like in what is it, Newton's law or something, equal every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, and that if there's all this evil in the world, then good must be, there must be a lot of good too, and there must be all this good, and there must be so much good, and good is so much more powerful, and blah 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 blah, right? And I thought, right, so I went out there, and the more I searched, and the more easily I was able to find like deeper and darker levels of evil, like sanguinarian, blood drinking vampires and black magic cults and so on and so forth. Like that's not really that hard to find, right? But like where's the good forces of good against that, right? That's nothing but a bunch of random people like me, or people who don't know shit compared to me, that are out there like just ranting on fucking YouTube videos or something, and as opposed to big organized fucking groups of, because the organized groups of so-called good just seem to be like essentially cults that have no idea what's going on, or are completely brainwashed and controlled and fucking. I mean, that's what that's what it looks like, I mean, sorry, it's just kind of what it looks like. And I mean, if all the super good guy groups were as prominent as they like to appear to be everywhere in every single town all over the country and so on and so forth, then I don't imagine that so much evil would be able to run rampant without, proficient opposition to it doing something about it. Because, I mean, look at the churches that are literally fucking everywhere. Like, dude, try going a block or two without passing a church, right? You know how much money these motherfuckers have? And then the same thing with like addiction treatment, right? You got AAs and all these things all over the place. But then there's access, like, there's such an abundance of so-called resources to help everybody, right? But then look at how many people aren't being helped. It's a lot. And if you ever find the ones that claim that they're being helped, then they just seem like you've just encountered Children of the Corn or something, or some alien possessed thing from the faculty or something, or God, what was that? Yeah. But yeah, it's like you're bumping into something from Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something. Everything is great. Come join our cult. I feel like they've really helped me. I don't need anywhere to sleep or any pay. I enjoy working for free. Right? So it's like that's what you run into, right? When you find these people that have like, yes, they've helped me. It's like, what? You just see them all like dressed in the same clothes, like they've and like reciting fucking moniker, I don't know, phrases that they've been brainwashed into saying or whatever, and they're just like, I am a robot. I don't know. It's like, dude. Like, yeah, that sounds very helpful, Jesus. Wow. I gotta figure out how to make a lot more money so that I can not lose shelter over my head. It'd be nice if I could get actually ahead of, you know, because I'm like in debt, you know, and bills are piling up, coming up, and I gotta boost my credit score, you know, and you know, pay shit off. I mean, at the very least, if I'm gonna dig myself into credit debt, then I need to boost my credit limit. And in order to boost my credit limit, I should keep boosting my credit score, right? And have a higher income and shit, at least for the time necessary enough to fucking boost my credit limit significantly, because I mean, I at least want to be in the 5 or 6, you know, 5 figures or something, right? Gives me a little bit of wiggle room and time to pay shit off or whatever, right? Especially if we can minimize payments, right? If necessary, I mean, not like. I mean, you know, if it's up to me, if there's a debt, I'd just like to have it just paid off like that, right? But it's more up to how much money I can actually fucking conjure up, and you know, at least that would get me to a point where, you know, I'd you know, have some time or whatever to where I could be making payments, and you know, I could work and I could do things and I could be able to pay things, and at least I wouldn't necessarily. I don't imagine I would have to worry about becoming fucking homeless or anything like that. I would just have to worry about the potential of debt, which you know, worries me enough. But every time I have to borrow money to help pay some bills, if I can't like bust ass and fucking make more money to like try and recuperate that or whatever, like quickly to try and get the amount of credit. Well, I mean, for one thing, your credit score is based on the percentage of your credit limit that's being used, and if your credit limit is really fucking small, then borrowing relatively small amount of money is a huge percentage of your credit limit, which makes your credit score drop. So that's not good, you know. Like, if my credit limit, according to their information, is somehow $1,000, which I know that's not true, then if I borrow $600, that's 60% of my credit limit. And my credit score goes down by like 100 points because of that, which drops my, everything, right? It just fucks me. You know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter is, I've got a $2,000 credit card. I have no debt there. I got $1,000 credit line at Les Schwab and $1,000 credit line at the bank. So add it all up, that's like $4,000, but I mean, the bank or somebody should have given me at least like a $10,000 limit to begin with. 10, 20, something. I mean, I've been making fucking regular payments, and all the debts that I've had over years and years and years, I've paid off. Don't that count for nothing? My problem is my fucking income is not great. I don't see how the fuck to get my income great without getting one of those useful jobs. The problem is, like, even if I could get one of those useful jobs, well, then I would just be working for some evil slime balls that would be like, yes, now your job is to fuck everybody over and destroy the world. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that. You're fired then. Pretty much, dude. Like, that's, I mean, look at what the fuck's going on in the world. Why do you think it's so bad? That's why. Everyone's a sellout. Everyone just does what they're told. Fucking shit's been taken over by evil forces and shit. So if you ain't working for the evil forces, you ain't making no goddamn money. Work for the evil forces, get paid. That seems to be the way it is, man. Work for the forces of darkness that exist only to destroy everything. And destroy your country, destroy the lives of everybody, rob everybody blind, rape, murder, pillage, kill, burn, destroy. Get paid. Yeah. That's pretty much how it looks, man. Or you can pretend to be helpful, and then you can look like a nice, good person, but actually you'll be working for the forces of darkness to do more evil to prevent real good from happening. Right? Or you could just do outright evil and peddle smut and pornography and alcohol and poisonous drugs. Yes, those are the ways to make money here. Sure as fuck is how it seems, ain't it?